Most men will spend the next 10 years thinking about getting in shape, but very few will actually do it. The difference isn't the genetics, your motivation, or even discipline. There is one other thing that separates men who transform their bodies from those who are stuck forever. I'm Kamil, and over the last decade I got stronger than I ever imagined possible, even though I'm lazy. Now I help busy men build crazy strength in just 2 hours a week. In this video I'll show you what that one thing is, and give you the simple system I use to keep getting stronger without even going to the gym. Let me be honest with you. Over the last decade, I skipped hundreds of workouts. I've made excuses, I've overcomplicated things, but here's what matters. I kept coming back. I didn't abandon training just because I failed a few times. The difference between a person with results and the person without results is that the person with results probably failed way more times, but kept coming back anyway. Failure is not something to avoid. It means you are actually trying. Most people think you need perfect consistency to build something amazing, but what you actually need is long-term consistency. Now, don't get me wrong. Perfect consistency is the goal. That's what brings the best results, but only if you can actually keep up with it for years. If you are perfectly consistent, but only for 6 months, and then you stop, you won't get even close to a person who was 50% consistent, but for many years. And I don't mean that you shouldn't aim for perfect consistency. The happiest, the most fulfilled men I know are the ones who show up consistently to something that matters to them. Weak men who can't stick to anything are miserable, not only because they are out of shape, but because they can't trust themselves to finish what they start. I know how it feels. We all do these mistakes. So if you pick something that you don't think you can stick to forever, you probably need to pick something else. Because the only way to win this game is to stay in the game for long enough to actually get results. People say discipline over motivation. You probably heard it millions of times. But discipline is exhausting. Every time you use discipline, you're burning your willpower. If you want to stop eating cookies, you have 2 options. Option 1, keep them in your house and rely on discipline to not eat them. That's a mental battle every single day, every time you pass the cookies. Or second option, you just don't buy the freaking cookies. You'll only need a little bit of discipline when you're at the store. After that, 0 mental battles. You don't see them anymore. The goal isn't to build more discipline. It is to minimize the need for it. We all have a limited amount of willpower each day. If you burn it all on stupid decisions, like what to eat, when to eat, whether to work out or not, when to go to bed, you have no energy left for the things that matter, like your family, your business, your goals in general. That's why, instead of relying purely on discipline, we should design a life that needs less of it. If you want to do less of something, you need to increase the friction. If you want to do more of something, you need to lower the friction. So if you want to train more consistently, make it as easy as possible to start. Instead of relying on discipline to drive to the gym, train at home. Have a dedicated space where your equipment is always ready, so you don't need to prepare yourself. You just walk in, you start, and that's it. You don't need to prepare yourself, and that lowers the friction. And suddenly you have more energy for everything else. And that's what a simple system gives you. Not just strength, but also a mental freedom. That's why in our community, the Warrior Society, we focus on simplicity. Those are one of the most important things. Complicated training plans give you excuse to quit. Here's what I mean. When your plan is complicated, you can always say, I don't have time for it, so I'll skip it. But when your plan is stupidly simple, you have no excuse. You can't lie to yourself anymore. That's why I keep mine that simple. You don't need a perfect training plan. You need a training system you can stick with for years. If you have a perfect training plan, but you can't stick to it, then it's the worst plan you can actually have. So if you have a problem with consistency, you need something very simple. Here's what I do. I train upper body twice a week and lower body twice a week. That's only 4 workouts in total. Training each muscle group twice a week is perfectly enough. More than that doesn't really give you better results anymore. Each session is only 30 to 40 minutes. They're short because they don't have to be long. I pick 2 push, 2 pull, and 2 leg exercises and do them with maximum intensity twice a week. Plus, I add 1 core exercise to the lower body days. I do anywhere between 6 to 15 reps and pair exercises to save time. That's it. Stupidly simple. Just 2 hours a week, 4 simple workouts, and I keep getting stronger year by year. I made a free video series where I break down the entire system so you can copy it. There's a link in the description. You will skip workouts. You will from time to time. But that's not what makes you weak. That's part of the process. What makes you weak is not coming back after you fail. That's why you need to make it enjoyable. Some people love the burn in their muscles. Others training with their kids to be strong for them. Some just enjoy to move their body. I like to blast the music that hypes me up. That's my trigger. For you, it might be something completely different. training outdoors, tracking your progress, competing with yourself. The point is, find what actually makes you want to train. That's how you stay consistent. Because in 10 years, the version of you that stayed consistent, even at 70%, will be stronger, happier, and more capable than you can imagine right now. 10 years will pass, whether you train or not. Now the question is, will you look back proud or full of regret? The choice is yours. The men inside of our community, the Warrior Society, are busy. They're building businesses, raising families, and living real lives. But they refuse to stay weak. They show up, they stay consistent, and get strong together. Inside, you'll get the full minimalist strength system we use to build crazy strength in just 2 hours a week without even going to the gym. And most importantly, you'll get personal support from me and other men on the same journey. If that sounds like something for you, there is a link in the description, and I'll meet you inside.